Johnson.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. I'd also like to thank Polly McNeill for securing this important debate and to pay tribute to the cross-party group on inflammatory bowel disease, which Pauline is the convener of and Claire Adamson is the deputy convener, for their work on these important issues. There's a history of bowel disease in my own family, so your work really is appreciated. And thank you, of course, to Crohn's and Colitis UK for their helpful briefing, and also for constituents who have been in touch with me. I posted on Facebook that I was taking part in this debate tonight, and people have been in touch to share their own experiences, so I'm grateful to them. Scotland has the highest prevalence in the UK for Crohn's and colitis, so it is really important that we understand the impact on people's everyday lives and ensure that our places of work, education and public spaces are inclusive for people living with these conditions. People with Crohn's and colitis can find themselves planning their days around the availability of toilets, so adequate provision can make a dramatic difference to people's lives. The need to go to the toilet can come on very suddenly, and like Miles Briggs, I too believe that access to toilets is a public health priority, especially for people with inflammatory bowel disease. But last year it was found that austerity-hit councils have had to close 161 public toilets across Scotland since 2010. Disability Equality Scotland described the declining public toilets as a health risk. And I was shocked to learn from Disability Equality Scotland that some businesses, including well-known coffee shops, are locking their accessible toilets with standard keys and codes. This practice must end. One young woman with Crohn's got in touch with my office about the facilities at Glasgow Central Station. She's sometimes forced to make her way down 2 flights of stairs in pain, desperate to get to the toilet and frantically trying to find the correct change to get through the barriers. I was pleased when Network Rail confirmed to me that they would remove toilet charges at Edinburgh Waverley and Glasgow Central Station, but it's not happened yet, so please just get on with it. Accessible public toilets can make a transformative difference, and a great example of this in my area is Larkhall Lighthouse, a third sector organisation. But it shouldn't just be left to charities to step in. So Scottish Labour were really pleased to work on a cross-party basis with colleagues like Alison Johnston, with Jeremy Balfour and Mary Fee on changing places to make sure that in terms of planning policy and community provision, that toilets are not just an afterthought. Now, I've read today that the Planning Minister, Kevin Stewart's a wee bit upset and thinks that the bill now needs to be rescued because there's too much bureaucracy and burden on councils. I hope he isn't talking about the proposals around public toilets, because this is so vital and people are left with no choice but to stay in the house and not take part in community life if they can't get to the loo. Crohn's and colitis can be severely debilitating and even life-threatening. And as Claire Adamson said, people talk about not having visible symptoms and talk about invisible diseases. So I pay tribute again to Crohn's and Colitis UK for their fantastic campaign, Not Every Disability is Visible, which challenges these perceptions. And employers, I've read about some employers, including in my area, for example, call centres, where they time people in terms of their toilet breaks and even deduct pay for time away from their desks. This creates an unhealthy culture of stigma and anxiety about toilet use, and that's, again, particularly damaging and discriminating against people with inflammatory bowel disease. Polly McNeill talked about her niece and about the impact on young people. Too often we have young people in school having to seek permission to get to the toilet and to ask for access to period products. Again, we have to change these policies. So in conclusion, Presiding Officer, again, I'd like to thank Pauline McNeill for securing this debate, to Crohn's and Colitis UK for their fantastic work, and I'd urge the Scottish Government to respond to the recommendations that are directed at them and our health boards. Thank you.